And Sokotoa is held up, would be about 6 lengths off the pace. They're tightly grouped with the exception of the slow starting Percab. So the field now preparing to go on down the far side. And up front it is Shy and Houston Dynamo. These two make it, and they're about a length in advance of High Dancer, dark blue and yellow colours of Stormy Morning, the maroon and white of Torka Sarfend. Aggravations alongside it. That pair sit in mid-division. They're being followed by the cheek pieces, White Stars of Cadger's Vitachi, red sleeves to the inside, the blue striped jacket of former winner Dimashq and Sokotoa. Those two are together, and they're about 6 lengths clear of Percab. So they continue their run down the back. They have 7.5 furlongs left to go. Joey Richards and Houston Dynamo sitting to the outside of Shy and Pip Tutty. They are the leading two. Just in behind the front pair, High Dancer with the yellow seams, Stormy Mornings alongside it, Torka Sarfend's getting the cover. Then Aggravation, Dimashq now going forward on the extreme outside. Further back to Cadger's Brig. Sokotoa is still held up in the hands of Serena Brotherton, and that one being followed by Percab as they go into that turn, leaving the back straight behind them. 5.5 furlongs left to run, and it is Houston Dynamo and Shy. These two by just over a length to Stormy Morning. Dimashq is racing 3 deep around the turn. High Dancer's lost a place or 2. Cadger's Brig is next, then Aggravation, followed by Sokotoa, red sleeves of Vitachi. Talk of Sarfend is some way off the pace at the moment, but it's clear of Percab. Houston Dynamo's got the lead, and it's a lead of about a length over Shy. They're down the straight and approaching the 3 marker. Houston Dynamo, Shy to the outside, Stormy Morning. In behind these, High Dancer being asked to pick up, so too Cadger's Brig. Racing down the centre of the track, Torka Sarfend, Aggravation, looking for Sokotoa. Sokotoa is trying to pick up now for Serena Brotherton. They run inside the final 2 furlongs, and Houston Dynamo's being pounced on by Stormy Morning. Then to the outside, Shy, Torka Sarfend, Cadger's Brig, High Dancer, Sokotoa with an awful lot of work to do. Inside the final furlong, it's Stormy Morning the leader. Stormy Morning by a good 2 lengths. Torka Sarfend running on. Sokotoa now running on over on the far rail, but far too late, and this will go to Stormy Morning. Stormy Morning takes it. Tight second, Sokotoa and Torka Sarfend. They're followed in by Houston Dynamo.
Well, Stormy Morning was victorious over hurdles back end of last year, and at 20-1 has caused a bit of an upset in the opener. Sokotoa, the market leader, flew home at the finish, but was left with plenty to do in the straight. And I think Sokotoa has just got the better of Talk of Sarfend in a tight finish for minor honours. But Dave, Stormy Morning for Philip Kirby has secured a fairly nice victory in the end.
Well, a fairly nice victory if you're on that one, but I would imagine if you're on the favourite and to a much lesser extent High Dancer, you wouldn't be that happy. I mean, you're betting amateur riders races at your peril, but I definitely think Sarah Brotherton, who's an accomplished amateur rider and has been for more than a decade, I would imagine she'll have that down as one of her stinkers. I think she was too far out of the ground. I
don't think we should be too harsh on High Dancer, because I just don't think High Dancer was ever looked like he was in a winning position, really. I think
there was just a point where he was making some ground and something went across and just got squeezed out, and then had to switch round, and he wasn't going to pick up again after that. It didn't end up beaten that far.
Stormy Morning wins the opener at Musselburgh. A good maiden at Newmarket. Over 6 furlongs, plenty of newcomers. And there are 12 going to the start. Price is Truth is at 9-4. I think Epic Battle will run well, 10-1, good pedigree, and William Haggis has a good record in this race. Let's join Stuart and Niall at HQ.
And the $1.2 million purchase price is Truth heads the market. He looked well in the preliminaries, Niall, without necessarily being the outstanding one in this lineup.
Yeah, I concur that overall they were a nice sort of bunch. He was a little bit plain, to be honest, and a bit weak possibly. He looks like whatever he does, he will improve next year. He looks maybe more of a 3-year-old off the rest. Chief Inspector was up there as being one of the nicest ones, but will vastly improve for this run today. But I did definitely like him as an individual. But they all took the preliminaries well. There was none of them that were too cold. T-shirt or two green, and it's going to be an informative race. But 2-1, he's got a big price tag hanging over his head. Mikel Barcelona trying to celebrate his 21st birthday today with a winner on him. He's got a real good strike rate at this track.
The other Godolphin, Dari, was one of the less eye-catching, I thought.
Yeah, he was. He was little bit long in his back, if you've been critical. He also wears a tongue strap for his debut, but he's been well backed. He's 11-4 clear second favourite, so he's obviously been showing up something at home. So I think it's one of them. It'll throw up plenty of future winners, but I did like one Chief Inspector, and Intrepid of Jeremy Nasidas also looked the part.
Yeah, he's one of the last to go. Correggio looked fit as well. There's no apparent confidence behind his chance in the market. He's a 14's chance, but he's certainly fit, Correggio. Last ones are going in, so let's rejoin in.
Intrepid in the orange, when it was last to post, about to get a 10, preceded in by Dari in the distinguishing white cap, and Georges Sank, Haley Turner's mount, who'll come from store number 8, will be the last one for this EBF sponsored maiden. 6 furlongs, 12 runners, 9 of them running for the first time. The last one coming in. That's it lined up. They're off. Intrepid dwells a little bit coming out of the starting gates in the orange jacket as they begin to settle down. Royal Caper got out pretty well. Senator Bong takes a very strong hold. On the right, white cap of Dari is up with the leading group, with Royal Caper is towards the left. Chief Inspector, dark jacket between them. Green sleeve jacket of Senator Bong. Then Intrepid and Georges Sank and Rock Up. Behind those, the noseband towards the left is Kawa Far, who's in company with Epic Battle in green colours. Correggio's towards the rear with the yellow of Heart right. Price's Truth on the extreme left. Blue colours well towards the rear of the field. It's just Chief Inspector who's a narrow leader as they come the halfway to Royal Caper with the white sleeve jacket. On the right against the rails is Senator Bong. Dari just in behind those from Georges Sank, and then comes the pink colours of Rock Up with Intrepid in the orange jacket. Price's Truth, blue jacket on the left, trying to make progress. Lot of ground to make up though. Chief Inspector Kieran Fallon at the furlong pole leading to Senator Bong in second position. Rock Up is trying to make progress. Look at Intrepid in the orange, drifting towards the grandstand side, but flying, heading towards the line. Chief Inspector, it is in front. Intrepid is gaining with every stride, but was too late. It's Chief Inspector wins to Intrepid, Senator Bong, and then Rock Up.
Well, a couple of those that caught Niall Hannity's eye in the Parade Ring pre-race have filled out the first 2 places here. The 8-1 chance, Chief Inspector making just about all under Kieran Fallon to see off Intrepid, who had several positions during the race. He was angled out by William Buick late on and ran around a little, giving a nudge to Price's Truth in the process, but was going forward strongly at the end. Senator Bong was on the far side in the green sleeves and didn't settle early, but still did enough to hold on for third, and fourth place was filled out by Rock Up, who stood head and shoulders above the others in the Parade Ring, and will surely now improve a bundle for this, his second effort on the track.
Yeah, first impressions was very messy. They went very steady, and Chief Inspector was well positioned, but we said before, and he did look the part in the paddock. He holds a couple of entries, the Royal Lodge and the Dewhurst, but for the story of the race early doors, they've absolutely hacked. Intrepid is very green, about a couple of furlongs down. He hampered Price's Truth, who in truth looked beaten. He was one of the first off the bridle. As they passed halfway, he was already coming off it. But back up the leader, Chief Inspector, off that steady pace. He's travelled, and he looked like, I said beforehand, he was certainly the paddock pick, but he looked like he'd improved whatever he'd done today. And as Brian Mains traditionally do anyway. He's got a couple of nice entries, wouldn't get over carried away with the form just because the early steady pace, and he was in a good position, but he's a gorgeous looking horse that's obviously well entered up. The close proximity of Rock Up in fourth place, you just question that as he improved dramatically from first run to second, because he showed very little on his debut, but only time will tell us that. We're guessing. Intrepid in second place, he was the one that many people will take out of it because he got lost halfway through before staying on late in the doors. And then David Ellsworth's pair, third and fourth, easy to back, won them on his debut. He's run well after being well positioned throughout in the race, and the other who'd shown very little right in behind him. So question marks, but on paddock experience, paddock